memeing on me for at this point. All right, I'm hitting go live on the thing, just so you know. So you don't see
Nice.
anything silly
Okay, cool. I'll wait for you to do the
memeing
intro.
on me for at this point. Yeah. All right, I'm hitting go live on the thing. I'm just waiting to hear your voice. So you don't see
Nice.
anything
Hello.
silly.
Hello, everyone. Okay, cool. I'll wait for you to
Okay,
do.
yeah, yeah. You sound fine on the stream to me. All right,
Okay, cool,
hey,
cool.
hey, everybody. So we're here with Bowmore, a fellow Skaven main. Jeremy's back. Hi, Jeremy. Um, and what are we doing today? What the heck is going on? Why do I have two Discord messages? Okay, they are not important right now. They're just Bob Man saying hello. So we are doing a fun little community event. It's called Better Know a Hummus Boy, and I have 20 questions randomly about my life. They go from easiest to most difficult. And Bowmore here is a friend I've talked to a couple times, a fellow Skaven main, and a very active participant in the Anticity ladder, which you've seen their last few events have been on them. They've been very helpful to me, and Anticity's let me stream with them a few times, which has gained us a lot of subs. So, Bowmore, you got anything to say about who you are and what you do?
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Yeah, it's been really good to see you growing as well. Because when we all joined, I think we did Fresh Recruit League together, like way back in January.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see all the guys like sticking with the game and stuff. I'm eager to win some money. What people might not know is the way we get money from the Entlander is sending me to play all these game shows. So I did Jeopardy last week, and I've got to go do Bake Off next week. But today we're gonna get some money for it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And for that, Ent Ladder is entirely community funded. They don't, there's no CA isn't feeding them money or anything. So this is our way of giving back a little bit. Starts off at $10. So even if you get no questions right at all, I will throw $10 into Ent Ladder. And how the show works is, if I can go up, it is a game that Miss Rat and I play occasionally together, and I thought it would be fun to do on stream. And we also saw it on, as I mentioned to you, and you said you hadn't heard in a long time, Smosh Games does it, where they ask you a true or false question about themselves, and you answer it correctly or incorrectly, and you move on. So you start here with $10. As you move down, yes, I want to be able to draw here. As you move down, if you answer all 5 questions correctly, or just like don't get knocked out of the game, you'll get $20. And then we start in the next column. And if you answer those correctly and are still alive, you get 50. If you answer all these correctly, you get 100. And if you answer all 20 correctly, Ent Ladder gets 200 schmeckles. Pretty simple. And then also, if you are stuck, you have 1 Ask Miss Rat, and you have 2 Ask Chats, where we'll put a poll in the chat to see what they think is the right answer, and you can go with or against that as you like. Aside from that, if you get to the bottom of a column, you get 1 check mark back. So if you already asked Miss Rat, who probably knows the right answer, because these questions are designed for people who only know me through streams, you can get that back at the end of each column. This should be short, sweet, and to the point. We don't really want to dawdle about all day. And it's the internet. You all have better things to be doing. So, right. Any questions before we get going?
No, that's clear. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. The
Good.
thing I'm most nervous about is listening back to the stream and finding out I sound like a dick, because I haven't heard myself talk in a long time.
Nah, you got this. You're doing great. You sound great. Jonathan Anderson, did you set a new date for the head-to-head? Next week, Wednesday, I will be playing head-to-head with Anticity as Malekith versus his Alethanar. Hey, fair out. Good to have you. All right. So, question 1. It's going to be a real hard one. Can you name either my dog or my cat?
Your dog's called Hazel.
My dog is called Hazel.
Okay, whew.
See?
All right.
Nothing to be afraid of. I will
Okay,
mark
we're off to a roll.
correct
What's your
answers.
cat called? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it.
Anticity hates my cat's name because its name is Ed.
Ah, yeah, I remember, because there was that stream where you kept on, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. Because I remember every time I talk to Ed, if he's listening to my stream, he'll perk up and be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" All right.
Yeah.
Second question. Again, these go from easier to harder. Where do I work?
The Mayo Clinic.
Correct again.
Yes. Which is kind of cheating, because we were talking about it yesterday, and you were like, "Oh shit, that's actually one of the questions." But
That's true.
nice.
Okay. Now, this one I have been very careful today in my communications with you and communications with chat not to say, though I have said it before. What is Miss Rat's first name?
Oh, it's Grace. Grace.
It is Grace. You're crushing it.
Nice. Because did you originally have on the thumbnail it was like Ask Grace, and then you had to change it to Ask Miss Rat?
What if I did?
You might suddenly realize like, oh crap, answering all the questions. Okay, cool.
Bob Man's correct. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it's just 200. All right. So, since you're getting to the end of a column, you haven't burned any hints yet, I will jump to a slightly harder question. True or false?
Yeah. So if I finish a column, I get like an Ask Chat or an Ask Miss Rat back, right?
Yeah, your choice.
Okay, cool.
True or false?
Right.
I have webbed toes.
Oh man.
True or false? I have webbed toes.
I'm gonna burn an Ask Chat.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Starting a poll. Does HBYY have webbed toes? Yes, no.
I feel like if you mention this on stream, someone would have heard it, and it's not like the thing you forget, right?
Would I just look at my toes and be like, "Oh yeah, they're webbed"?
Yeah. Is it like the full foot is webbed, or you've got like two weird ones that are stuck together?
In this situation, whether or not it was true, I would say I have two webbed toes on each foot, and they're the same webbed toes.
On both feet. Okay. That's sounding
middle and ring toe, if that's a thing.
both feet. That's sounding a little dubious.
All right, chat. So far, we have 8 votes in out of the 10 people watching. 62% say yes, 38% say no. Vakashot says he's a duck.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with chat. Yes. You have webbed feet.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't think so, because you said both feet. Oh no, I'm sticking with it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I am burning an Ask Chat, and you are correct. I have two webbed toes on each foot. My brother once convinced me that they were going to grow more together, and that I would end up having 4 toes on each foot, and I wouldn't be able to walk. And I cried, and then my mom got really mad at him because obviously that's not true. But I was like 4. But yes, they're still webbed.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
I was also okay, it's not one of the questions. I was also a swimmer in high school, so that was an easy joke to make. That like, if I ever won anything, they're like, "You cheated. You had webbed toes."
This is gonna be dumb, especially as I work in science. But did it actually help swimming at all in any like a minuscule way?
No.
No.
I must show it. Not feet. I feel like YouTube would have a problem with feet. I'll show a different question later if you want that, chat. All right, last question.
I feel like
sorry.
This should be the 1K sub special. You reveal your toes.
Toes. That would go. I get to 1K subs and immediately fall to like 650. Just like, all right, gross feet pics.
You finally get monetized and YouTube strikes your channel.
All right. Last one for the first row. We'll do a Warhammer question.
Okay.
True or false? I have completed a Vampire Counts campaign.
Oh, that's difficult because I've tried a Vampire Counts campaign and they take quite a long ass time to complete. I'm gonna go tree. Oh shit! I could have looked at your Steam achievements. Never mind. I'll go tree.
It is false. That is your first strike. I have not beaten a Vampire Counts campaign. I have not even gotten to turn 30 of a Vampire Counts campaign. I have always, every single time, picked Heinrich Kemmler and then wussed out. Every time.
I think I've only tried one. I did like a Vlad SFO campaign and like on full legendary, and it got like really grisly really fast.
I've heard a lot about the SFO mod recently. People seem to like it a lot.
Yeah, man. I do think it's like, once you played it, it's pretty difficult to go back to vanilla. It's just like the game on steroids.
All right, so you have already gotten up to $20 for the ant ladder. If you can complete another column, that bumps up to 50. You have gotten your Ask Chat back, so you have both of your Ask Chats back, and you have Ask Mr. Rat. You ready for the second column?
Yes, yes, hit me.
Okay. This question, this question is easy in a weird way. Am I lucky in real life? I am famous on YouTube for being strangely unlucky or showing a lot of unlucky moments in one-off clips. But in real life, outside of video games, am I lucky?
Okay, so from the outset, you're in a lovely long-term relationship with two awesome pets. I'd call that lucky. But I do know you recently got screwed over by shipping with your board game, so that's unlucky. But I kind of guessed you'd wait like the nice relationship and stuff over the super unlucky shipping. So I'm gonna say lucky in real life.
That is also my answer, though when I asked Grace these questions, she said you could really argue for either side of that. I'm like, if he does a good enough argument, I'll give it to him. But my answer was also lucky. I have
Yes.
been I've been in two car accidents. One my brother was driving and one I was driving. The one my brother was driving, the car hit the door because I was in his passenger seat. The car hit the door behind me, and if it had been like, a foot up, I would have died. And I walked away with no injuries. I went to school that day. Like I was like, oh, okay, go to school. So that's extremely lucky. Other car accident, hit an icy patch on a road, black ice. Went into in Minnesota, we have a lot of ponds with these tall reeds. So my car went down into these reeds that cushioned the blow. So once a tow truck came and pulled my car out of the ditch, no one was hurt, and I could finish driving my car to my parents' house, which is where I was going, and we didn't even have to take it into the shop. There was no damage, and it's like, I could go on and on, but in real life, I am stupid lucky. Just things work out for me, and I appreciate it to the utmost. I don't know why, though. Total War, unlucky.
I'm hoping one of the follow-up questions is going to be, "Am I good at driving?"
I'm
okay,
actually
cool.
terrible at driving.
You're terrible at driving. Okay.
Jeremy pointing out, I use Tinder to find a long-term girlfriend that's pretty lucky. That is pretty lucky, Jeremy. Things just kind of work out for me.
No way. You met Grace on Tinder? Oh man.
Yes, we did.
I'm starting to get envious of your life.
Dude.
Well, actually, not envious about surviving a car crash, but
Yeah. I tried OkCupid. I tried Go Fish or something. I tried Bumble. I tried all these platforms, and all of them, the problem was population. Like there just wasn't enough people. So then Grace and I were both on Tinder, and we both had our profiles say, "Listen, I'm not DTF. We just don't know where to go. I go to work every day. I go home and play video games. I don't meet a lot of people. I just want to meet somebody. If you're DTF, that's neat, but I hope you're DTF for like 45 years." And Grace and I's profiles were close enough that we met up, and it was great. And she's like, "I just like to stay inside and play Animal Crossing. I don't really go out." So yeah.
Dude, that's legit. Like most of my friends have long-term relationships off Tinder. It's always because they just like we're super real and we're like, yeah, I'm not DTF. I just looking for someone like me.
Yeah, it's like hard because you don't. It's not to go too deep into it, but it's like so hard to find somebody that you're like, I want to find somebody that wants to stay at home all the time with me, and we could just like play board games and have a nice quiet time. So I'm gonna get dressed up and go to a bar and find a person like that. It's like the person you're looking for isn't going to be at the bar. They're at home. You would have to meet them by breaking into their home.
Yeah, it's the worst fucking logic, right?
Yeah. So Tinder's great to be like, anybody else in their house all the time? All right. Okay, we talked about him. Bring this up. True or false? My cat Ed is named after an obscure Lord of the Rings character.
Oh, okay. So this is like I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. So now I'm thinking about obscure characters. Is Ed a Lord of the Rings name? Is it short for something?
It is short for two different things, and there's a story behind that. But my version of it is short for Eddard.
Oh, right. Then that sounds like it's a Game of Thrones reference. So we'll go false on the Lord of the Rings.
It is false. He's named Eddard after Eddard Stark.
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend of the time wanted to name him after the Full Metal Alchemist protagonist, who I'm now forgetting his name, but I think it's Edward.
Ulrich? Is it Ulrich, the surname?
I don't remember. But yeah. But I just remember that we were disagreeing. I'm like, all right, well, let's just call him Ed, and we can each pretend we got what we wanted.
Dude,
But
that's a fucking yeah,
Ed's a
heavy
good
metal
boy.
named Cat. Yeah.
Um, Trying to figure out what these were supposed to be. Oh yeah, this one's one of the easy ones that I skipped in round one because you were doing so well. True or
Okay,
false?
okay.
My profile picture on Discord is custom. It exists nowhere else but me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say true because you get artists to do lots of work for you. Yeah.
That is true.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
don't go to a bar, jackass. Go to board game meetups, stuff like that. You dummy. I am dumb, Jeremy. Um, yeah, this guy I didn't know because I saw some of his stuff on Reddit, so I contacted him about my profile picture, and like after a bunch of questions that were totally normal, he was like, all right. Do you want him naked?" And I was like, "No, no, I don't. I didn't realize you were that kind of artist, but all right." No, very much armor on.
So you asked someone that you were speaking to on the furry Reddit.
Apparently. But yeah, it was just a starving artists subreddit where I found most of my artists. But that one
I
was just
kind of
funny.
feel sad for that artist because it probably means that most of his follow-up questions is like, can you draw this, but naked?
Yeah, that is true. The poor life of an internet artist. It's mostly porn.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go a little bit harder. True or
Nice.
false? I want to go pro in Overwatch.
Oh. Um. Okay. Do you even play Overwatch? Because that's like, it would be cool to be a pro gamer. Because I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say false. I don't think you play Overwatch.
I do play
Oh
Overwatch.
no, no, you do play Overwatch. Shit. Yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
Oh no.
But you're still corrected as false. I have played Overwatch quite a lot. I am a Mercy slash Roadhog main, depending on which role I get. But I tried to go pro in League of Legends. I legitimately
Ah,
tried and got to Diamond 2 and then busted out really hard. So it was a big failure,
dude,
but I did try.
that's a bit of a toxic climb as well, man. That's rough.
Did you see my opinion on the Wood Elves the other day? I think I fit it. I think I fit right in, my bud.
Yeah, true. Off topic, but have you finally watched Arcane?
Yeah, it's great. It
Yes, yes. Okay,
was
right.
so
We're
great.
gonna we're gonna talk about that some other time. Uh,
Yes.
was that so? That now I'm on final question of $20.
You're on this final question, $20. That bumps you up to 50.
Nice, and I can burn. Yeah, I can burn an ask and get it back if I complete this.
Correct.
Nice, nice.
Um, True or false? I have ended up in the hospital on my birthday twice.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna do an ask Grace.
Ask Grace. Grace
Yeah.
said, true. Once when I found out I had anxiety and I didn't know what was going on. So when you have anxiety, you feel like you're having a heart attack. So I called an
Yeah.
ambulance, and then the ambulance got there and it was like, yeah, we don't know what's going on with you. You're like sweating and your heart rate's really high, and we'll take you to the hospital. And then when I got there, the doctor's just like, you're having a panic attack. Go away. And then the
Yeah,
other
man.
one was I had a weird blood clot at a state meet, and she is correct on both accounts because she knows those stories. So, yes, once when I was in high school, and then once shortly after high school. But two
Oh, nice.
times had my birthday in the
True.
hospital.
Dude, that's rough. Yeah, like panic attacks are always kind of embarrassing because when you show up and the doctor's just like, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. You can go," and then you're like, "Oh my god, I
Yeah,
feel like a fool."
I felt like a real asshole. My parents were not fans. They were like, "Oh my god, you're dying, you're dying." And then when we got there, and they're like, "You're just panicking." We got in the car, and they kind of did. And I love my parents, but they kind of did the thing where it was like, "We'll just stop panicking," and I'm like, "Thanks." I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
if I knew that was an option, I definitely would have just taken it.
yeah.
All right, you used your ask Miss Rat, but we got to the bottom of the column, so you get it right back, and we're up.
Yes.
You have now earned $50 for Ent Ladder. Let's see if you can get to 100. And we are
Okay.
still rolling through. True or false? My first statement upon seeing Warhammer 2 was, "Who the fuck wants to play as Skaven? And I'm not that into elves. I'm not getting it."
Maybe because I think when you started Warhammer 2, you started playing Lizardman campaigns. Ah, but you then you started playing Skaven campaigns, and it was like the most fun thing you've done. True. I'm gonna say true.
That is true. My friends and I had
Yes.
played a lot of Vermintide, and so I only knew the Skaven through that, and I was like, the Chaff? Why would I want to play as them? And then elves, I don't like elves in a lot of fantasy genres at all. They're just not my cup of tea. So then the only faction out of the starting four was Lizardmen that I even gave a shit about. But then my friend was getting it, and he's like, we can co-op a Lizardmen campaign. I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And then once on a LARP, I played as Skaven, and the voice lines just got me.
Dude, that's so good. Like the Skaven campaign is so well done.
It's so fun.
Yeah. I just love them. Like the reason I started playing them like in multiplayer is because I used to collect them a bit, and their whole vibe is just great.
They are great. They are. And Vermintide doesn't do them justice. They're not as funny in Vermintide as like they are in other mediums. Even their books are hilarious.
Yeah, man, they don't really have personality in Vermintide. Like it's just a mindless world.
Um, I haven't had to say this for a while, so it was a lot of replay casts. So I'm curious if you'll know this one. Maybe chat will.
Oh.
What is roughly my catchphrase when in a replay there is just one lord versus a lot of things on the enemy team? If you get close, I'll count it.
Um. Ooh. Is maniacal yelling an option?
No.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. Let's do Ask Chat. Let's do Ask Chat.
Okay. I don't know if I have to do a poll for that one because it's an infinite thing. Like it's just.
Yeah.
So
should
yeah.
I just look at the stream for a bit?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
cool.
they can hear you. So chat, does anyone have a suggestion for what is roughly, if you get even close, I will count it. My catchphrase when in a replay there's just a lord versus a lot of other things. This is a stream specific question, so I feel it's fair.
Yes. Help a guy out.
Nope.
Is there a delay on stream or?
Roughly 30 or 60 seconds, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So we're just chilling.
Oh no, Jeremy! Come on.
I've heard it so times I can hear it, but fuck, I can't remember it. Jeremy's one of your best bets. He's quite usually around. Him, Bob Man,
seeing him reply that has filled me with doubts now.
And so you don't burn two hints at once, I will tell you Grace's answer is incorrect. It's just Milord. That was her answer to that, was Milord. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. She's like, I don't watch your streams.
Man, I think you should start doing that.
Just
Oh,
no
Milord.
context in the middle of a stream, just like, oh, Grom the Paunch versus like a million Cav? Milord. And move straight through it, and chat's gonna be like, what the hell? Did he have a stroke?
Okay, so we got Lord versus the world. I feel like that's kind of generic though. But maybe it is.
Is that gonna be your answer?
I don't know. I feel like you got it's also now like on the tip of my tongue. I feel like you've got a bit of a pun to it.
If you get remotely close, it counts.
Ah. Okay. 1 second.
He's just gonna go watch a bunch of old videos.
Yeah, give me exactly 2.5 hours, and
Yeah.
I'll mute myself whilst doing it.
Kairos Fateweaver, it's been a while. Welcome back.
Oh wait, no, protagonist versus the world. I feel like that's just what you call yourself when you're viewing the world.
That wouldn't be a replay. Yeah.
Okay, let's just go. Yeah, versus the world. We'll say.
Okay,
So I don't. Take too
the
long.
Robert had it correct. He has the first half of it, which is enough for me. It's Lord versus the world, and the world is a big place.
Ah, nice one. Who wrote that? I need to check.
Robert, and it looks like his last name is Lever, but I hate getting names wrong. But
Thank you, Robert Lever.
Yeah, that's usually when I'm like kind of checked out because it's like a half health Grom versus literally an entire enemy army. I'm like, it's Grom versus the world. The world is a big place. Then I'll hit triple fast forward.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they win, and it's like, all right, I love this game. Um,
Okay, sweet.
True or false? I broke up with my first girlfriend of over 2 years by text message on her birthday.
Hmm. So you are a bit of a terrible person. So I think this could be true.
It could be. Is that your answer?
I'm gonna go true. I'm gonna go true.
It is false. That
Ah!
story is true, but it was on Valentine's Day.
Ah! See, when you started when it was false, I was like, oh, I need to apologize. But then you said it was on Valentine's Day, and I'm like, you're definitely a terrible person.
It was on Valentine's Day.
What was the? Do you remember what the message was? Was it just like, it's over, dot?
It was a we need to talk, and then she figured it out.
Oh, dude, that's the worst because you say
Yeah.
we need to talk, and then you hope they assume what the talk will be about.
Yeah, so I was like 15, so I could blame it on being in high school.
Ah, okay, this is understandable then.
And
Yeah.
I forgot that Valentine's Day was on a Monday. So as far as I knew, we were coming off of a weekend. And the last time we hung out, I knew it was over, but I didn't know how to tell her. So I was working on it. And then Monday morning, she texts me, I'm sick. I'm not going to be at school today. And I'm like, sweet. This you have a whole day to like figure it out. You don't have to like break down in front of your friends. The only other time we see each other is school, and I don't want to do that to you in the middle of a school day. Great. I was in my dumb 15-year-old head. I was being considerate. But then I texted her, and then everyone was like wearing pink shirts and stuff for Valentine's Day, and they're like, "Where's Holly?" And I'm like, "Ah, great, killing it." So I felt bad immediately. And then in my second class of the day, she was fucking there. And I was like, wait, you said you were at home. And she was just pissed. And she was sick and very messed up. And she hit me and I kind of deserved it. And it just, everything went horribly wrong.
Oh man, at least it wasn't like a situation where in my old school we used to like people would send each other roses and they would get delivered at a random point during the day.
Yeah.
So if like a couple was sitting in the class and they delivered the roses and someone didn't get one, it would be awkward as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be bad. This was I think this is a little worse, but it wasn't awkward, it was more angry. More understandably angry.
Yeah.
All right. We were close. If you get one more wrong in the next two questions, you are out. But if you can get the next two
okay.
right, you get Ant Ladder $100.
We can do this. I've still got an ask Miss Rat. Grace in chat, I'm counting on you.
Yes. I have never played one of these four games. Which one have I never played? Ori and the Blind Forest, Dark Souls, Half-Life, Neopets.
Oh. Okay, so the first one was Ori and the Dark Forest
Ori and the Blind Forest.
and the Blind Forest and Neopets. Okay, so I feel like you've played Dark Souls. So I'm gonna rule that one out just because most of us have tried out Dark Souls at some point.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? Neopets, Ori, and
Half-Life.
Half-Life. Hmm. Neopets is really specific, so I feel like you've played that. I'm gonna say Half-Life because that's quite a big title, but it might have been put in there as a red herring.
It is correct. I have never
Ah!
played Half-Life.
Yes.
I played the crap out of Neopets, and Dark Souls I've beaten many, many times, double digits times. Ori the Blind
now have
Forest is one of
to-
the best games ever.
Dude, I've been wanting to play it for a while. It's like the really beautiful platformer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You now have to explain to me in chat what the fuck Neopets is and why you played so much of it.
Neopets is like it's a web-based game, so you can get it in like just on the internet, and it's this manipulative thing that you get this little animal you have to take care of, and you have to feed it, and every day it gets more hungry until you feed it, and there's all these like okay mini games. They're not like alarming, but they give you money that you can feed this pet, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's just this manipulative, and it was fine. I mean, it was fun. But then if I ever didn't play for a couple days, I'm like, my little guy is starving. So it was like, now that I'm older, I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, that wasn't okay. That wasn't okay to give to kids like a Tamagotchi, where if you
Yeah,
forget about it for a bit,
dude.
it
I
dies.
was about to say Tamagotchi that like traumatized our entire generation that would come in and be like, I let my little Tamagotchi guy die again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
All
man,
right, last question. If you get this right, you get Ent Ladder $100. If you get it wrong, they only get 50.
let's do it. Let's do it.
My tattoo is of my favorite animal. Is it a panther, a bear, an iguana, or a wolf?
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna burn my ask Grace on this one.
Yeah, she would definitely know. If Grace didn't
Yeah, yeah.
know, I would be
I'm
alarmed.
gonna yeah, I'm gonna say you'd have to be very like prudish lovers if she didn't know.
Yes, it is a wolf.
A wolf. A wolf. Thank you, Grace.
I have a sleeping wolf on my back, and he has a little snake on his head. So I guess technically also a snake, but that's not one of the four options, so it's not a technicality.
Oh, nice. What's the meaning of the sleeping wolf? Also,
Uh,
whereabouts on your back? Are we talking like tramp stamp, shoulder blade?
Shoulder blade into arm.
Ah, cool, cool.
I think I can show a little bit of it to stream.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll bring up the so I can see the video.
No, I mean most of it's on the back, so I'd have to strip for that. But it's a whole shoulder blade and sleeve type deal. But it's a wolf, and then his fur slowly turns into vines, and the vines go down my arm because I have a shit ton of potted plants that you can see behind me, just like a quarter of the plants I have. So it's my favorite animal, one of my favorite hobbies, which is gardening. And
Oh yeah,
then,
I'm seeing it now. Damn, it's like a half sleeve.
yeah, and it's going to grow over my life as I add more stuff to it, but currently it has a bunch of objects in it that are important to me. Like, there's dice because I play a lot of board games, and then there's a shield because whenever I play a fantasy type game or a role playing game, I play as a tank usually.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, just kind of adding stuff to that. And when I have kids and they get old enough to have hobbies, I'll put whatever their hobbies are in there. Um, so it's something
I
I intend to
understand.
grow.
Are you planning on adding a little queek at some point?
I have, if the Skaven thing sticks with me for more than 2 years, which we've currently gone on about a year and a half at this point, I'll throw a Skaven pendant in there somewhere. But
Yeah, true.
with
That's a
tattoos,
good.
I know myself, I am a very trendy person, and by trendy I don't mean like what's popular with everybody else, but like I will grab a thing, I will latch onto it, I'm like, this is the best thing in the world for like a week. And then when I look back on that week, I'm like, yeah, that thing sucked. Um,
Yeah.
so for myself, I'm like, I can't get a tattoo of something until I want that same tattoo for 2 years, because otherwise I would definitely like, get something and then a week later be like, and that's permanent and I fucked up.
Yeah, I feel like you need a good relation with the tattoo artist to be like, yeah, yeah. If I ever come in like spur of the moment and be like, hey, can you put a big ass on my wrist? Say no, please.
Yeah. All right, you're on the final column, so you've gotten $100 for Ent Ladder so far.
Nice.
This is the first time you had to make a decision. Do you want to ask Miss Rat back or do you want to ask Chat back?
Okay, I'll go Miss Rat because I've still got a chat left. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Of these last questions, I'll metagame it a little bit for you.
Okay. Ah, does that mean you suddenly realize shit? He's gonna make $200. I need to rig it.
No, but this is helpful to you.
Okay, good, good, good.
Grace has gotten two of these next five incorrect.
Oh no.
I know. That's why I would inform you that
Oh.
for the last five, the hardest questions I had, Grace got two of them wrong.
Okay, okay.
Uh, by the way, Kairos Fate Weaver, I appreciate that. Games Workshop will come and take my skin if I get a Skaven tattoo. It's copyright. All right.
Yeah, man.
Um, True or false? I got my first job when I was 24 years old. I am currently 27, turning 28 in March.
Okay. Are you also including like part-time shit you do when you're younger in that?
The first time I made any money from doing labor was 24 years old.
Oh, I'm gonna burn my Ask Grace already. Let's do it.
She
I'm
would
not
definitely
sure.
know that one. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like this is one she would know.
Yes. I worked at Taco John's for 5 years when I was 14 through 19. Um,
Okay, okay. So this is yes, false then.
yes, it was a patently false one. And your Ask Grace is gone. You have one Ask Chat. And
Oh, I
if you get
know.
one more thing wrong, this stream is over, and you're out of $200 instead just 100. Just a measly $100. Okay. Uh,
How does working at the Mayo Clinic compare to Taco John's?
a lot more meetings. A lot more meetings. Taco John's is very show up and do your job. Mayo Clinic's very show up and tell me how you feel. All right. Um, True or false? One of my parents forgot my birthday.
Ooh, like repeatedly, or just like a one-off?
Let's say one off.
One-off. Yeah, I feel like that's true. That can happen. I'm pretty sure that's happened to me before.
Okay. Yes, it is true.
Nice.
Um,
Or not nice.
I mean, it happens. My dad forgot my birthday one time, and it happens. The older I get, the more I'm like, oh, that totally could happen to me. I forget birthdays all the time. But as a kid, I was very not okay with it because our birthdays are 2 days apart.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like one of the big ones, like, oh, my son's turning 21 in 2 days, and he forgets.
It was one of the middle ones no one cares about, like 17 or something.
Yeah, no one cares about 17.
Yeah. All right, 3 questions left. You
Okay,
still haven't asked
okay.
chat.
Cool.
True or false? I have written a fan fiction for a TV show, and it is 365 pages long.
Ooh, can I ask the TV show?
The TV show would be, I don't know if no. I'm gonna say no because the answer would be a little too obvious.
Okay, okay. So either he said no because he can't think of a random TV show, and this is false. But you like to write. Hmm. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say true, only because if this is true, I really, really want to read that.
It is false.
No,
I
no.
I wrote a League of Legends fan fiction that's 360 plus pages long.
And League of Legends is now a TV show.
But it wasn't about Arcane.
Ah, I thought I found a loophole. Ah,
No.
God
Yes.
damn it.
I wrote it, and I was bothering Riot, the publisher of League of Legends, a lot to like publish it, and they said no. Um, but I still
Oh
stand by
man.
it. I like the story, but it's pretty cringe. It's pretty cringe. I wrote
Can
it.
um can you send me an excerpt as a consolation prize?
Sure. I'll have to go find it though.
Yes.
It's somewhere on my thing, but it's like it's really just it's kind of great because it's a part of my personal history, but every time I read it I end up laughing because it's like so kind of cringe because you write it when you're in your teens and everything's all edgy and like oh it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. I still think it's a good read, but now it reads more as a comedy to me than a drama. All right, so you made it 2 questions from the very end, and you got Ent Ladder $100 that I will communicate with Anticity how to best get that money. Put it on AO3.
Yeah.
I don't know what AO3 is. But yes, you got $100. You did better than you expected. You
Yeah,
got
man,
through a lot.
it was pretty good. And thanks to chat for helping me out with those two. Oh man, I feel like I've learned so much about you today.
That was the point of the stream. It was
Yeah.
there was one night Grace and I were just playing this game on our way to bed, and it's like just you're both brushing your teeth and you'll just one off true or false. I once ate pudding off of the floor, and then the other person's like, God, I hope that's false, and then you're like, no, it's true, and then you have a moment of being disgusted, and then she's like, why? So it's like I was like, this would be kind of fun to do with chat because I don't know reasons. Also, I love game shows. And at the end, as we said at the start of the stream, but some more people are here. Um, Sorry, I was reading the chat. Yeah, as we said at the start, Ant Ladder has done a whole lot for this community recently. You guys have been putting on a ton of great events, some of which I've helped with, most of which I've just participated in. This was kind of our way to give back. So, as I mentioned to you in DMs before coming on here, I'm like, listen, I want to hand you guys a bunch of money, but I also want to get content out of it. So come do my game show. And you said sure, which was very nice of you. But yeah, can't thank Ant Ladder team enough for all they do, all the rule breaks and moderator tickets, all the events, and keeping this game alive for 3 more weeks until the next one comes out.
Until the next one. And yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy making the transition. To be honest, we have no idea how that's going to look, but yeah, it should be fun. And man, like a big thanks to you because like he's being a bit modest. Like he does help out a lot, and like having a regular streamer for End Ladder events is great for the community and great for us.
Well, anytime. I will be honest. I'll be honest here for a second. Because everything else I do is a lie, I guess. But anyway, when I had my outburst about the Wood Elves the other day, I was fine with that from a content perspective because I watch a lot of League of Legends with like Tyler One and stuff, and it's like, yeah, people come here for the emotion. Not everybody wants everything to be even keeled all the time. But then when I've been helping out Anticity more and more, and I'm getting linked to his campaigns with like head-to-heads and stuff, I'm like, oh wait, like, do I have to suddenly start caring about like image and stuff? So, but it was fine. I mean, I avoid expletives and all that stuff, but it was just like,
oh, you do? Shit, I think I've been swearing quite a lot.
Oh, not bad. But
bad.
I swear all the time on my stream, but I meant like whenever I'm cursing something out, like it's not, it's not horrific. I even replay it on my own stream because I just find it funny. But then I remember that like, oh yeah, this affects Anticity kind of. I should be careful, but everybody hates Wood Elves, so it's fine.
I'm gonna actually, to be honest, like I play a lot of Wood Elves and I love them, but yeah, I think I still hate them.
Yeah. They annoy me. They're my least favorite playstyle incarnate. If you like Kite, then they're a great faction, but I don't really like Kite.
Yeah, see, that's my problem because I like playing them in a very non-Wood Elf way, and then I think I get annoyed when I then have to play against them with Kite.
By the way, Hammond's asking how you got your name.
Yeah. So when I was making my Steam account, whenever it was, I was drinking Bowmore whiskey. So I thought it was a good name.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh.
Oh yeah, man. Like I would strongly recommend it. It's like one of the like smoky Islay ones. Very nice.
Well, I have a liver disease that prevents me from drinking, but all right. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely don't do it.
Thanks for rubbing that in. It feels really
good. Maybe that could be your 1K sub stream.
Yeah. No, I can. Yeah, I'm being facetious. I do have a liver thing, but I can have a drink every other day. It's fine. So, to anybody in chat who's like, "Oh my god, he's gonna die!"
You suddenly see like a GoFundMe page started for human with liver.
Yeah, just bad genetics. All right. Well, for anybody who cares, this was going to be a short, sweet, to the point stream. I'm going to record a bunch of videos that have been on my to-do plate for a bit here, and then we have either a tournament tonight, or if nobody signs up for that, a regular stream. It'll be a little later in the night for some of the NA folks. I have some things I need to do today, but yeah, some more content to come. This is just a one-off little fun thing we were doing. If you're disappointed that there's not Total War content happening right now, Rubber Duck is streaming at this exact moment. I know Anticity will probably be streaming soon. He usually is about this time of day. So those two I know are going on right now if you need some Total War stuff. Otherwise, I'll be back later tonight and I'll be releasing some videos soon. But I like to do one-off things like this. I don't like to always do the same thing. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. And thank you so much to Bowmore for being here today. And I think that we will sign off.
See you, everyone.
Yes. All right, and that was that. You did great.